Hello my fellow brain blokes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Bloke. I want to make a quick apology because I haven't been able to upload regularly, and that's because I've got tons and tons of work from uni which I need to prioritise. So my new schedule for uploading will be on Friday every week on one video. So today's topic is going to be about revision hacks and revision and studying tips that you won't have necessarily heard of anywhere else. So these are totally unique, and from my experience, I've been sort of writing them down because they've worked for me, and I hope they work for you too. So my first tip on studying well and effectively would be to voice record your notes. Yes, that's right. If you're reading any textbook, be that biology, psychology or anything that's crazy and overwhelming, record everything that you've written down in your texts, in your notebooks, and just replay it to yourself regularly. For instance, I'll grab a book now, let's see. So these are just some notes on Parkinson's disease which we're studying and looking at the moment. And here it says, our motor system is closely integrated with all of our sensory neurons. So I'll literally just read the sentence, put my phone on record, and just record all of the stuff that's boggling me and that's confusing me really. And that is one really excellent way of memorizing and studying notes in a totally novel way that you might not have known of before. And I'd also recommend getting a pair of headphones if you don't have some already, because they're amazing. Every time you go to work or commute to university, college or school, just instead of listening to your latest pop track, put your headphones on and listen to your recorded notes, because that time will be used wisely and you won't even feel like you're actually putting effort in, because you'll just be listening. So it's really cool. This is an amazing way that's worked for me in the past. A second way of sort of making things stick, if you're more of a sensory person, and by that I mean if your sense of smell is strong, I would recommend buying aroma essences, so lavender, lemon, peppermint or anything like that. And if you're doing A levels, so biology, psychology and chemistry, assign each study session its own aroma essence. So for psychology, say just always use lavender when studying for psychology. So make the room smell like lavender. You can buy diffusers and just those essence candle sort of pots, and just put it around your study area when you want to link psychology with lavender, and do the same for biology but use a different essence for each subject. And just that will train your mind and your senses. Every time you smell lavender or peppermint, you will associate it with certain subjects because you've trained your mind to do that, and that will take time, but it should definitely work because I have tried it and it's done wonders. So basically how that would work is you will only associate a certain smell with a certain subject. So say before your psychology exam, if you've used lavender for studying psychology and revision all the time, have some lavender and put some incense on your hand or on your skin or on your wrist and just smell it in the exam hall. This sounds really crazy, but you'll have a rush of information that you've learned in the past come back to you because you've linked lavender to psychology. And you should try it because, yeah, it does work. It does work. My third tip would be, it's more to do with tiredness and lethargy, and basically when you just feeling like you don't want to do anything because you've had enough and your mind's all boggled, instead of running to Starbucks or Costa or even your kitchen to make a coffee, I would recommend do not drink a coffee. They say exercise works and all that, I'd recommend that, but because this video is on novel tips, I'm not going to say the good old routines. I'll tell you instead, cut up a lemon, slice the lemon finally and literally squeeze it on your tongue, because that will act as a shock and you will literally wake up straight away. You need to try it, because I usually have a plate of grapes and lemon in each, a lemon slice on my study desk, because if I do feel tired, I just squeeze some lemon and the shock wakes me up from the sourness and the bitterness of the lemon juice. But as a snack, I usually have grapes, which are much more sweet and neutral. So that would be another hack if you're tired after studying for a long time. I do of course take breaks. I'd recommend taking breaks, so 5-10 minutes every 1 hour. That's recommended. But do try the lemon trick. It definitely works. I promise you. My fourth tip is more links to my first tip in terms of recording your own voice and listening back to your own notes through your headphones. But I want to expand on that by saying you can also of course listen to these notes in times where you've got no other stuff going on in the background and you're not really concentrating hard on anything. So everyday tasks. So say for instance, when you brush your teeth in the morning and in the evening, roughly that takes me to whole freshen up, etc. It takes me about 15-20 minutes. And I play back a voice recording that's roughly 15-20 minutes in the background when I'm doing all that, because I don't really need to concentrate on brushing my teeth. So when I do play the notes back, they actually help to reinforce what I've learned. And so use your playback recordings in buffer periods every day, where you're not necessarily listening or concentrating hard on something, but you do some of that regularly anyway. So brushing your teeth, even showering. My shower's really loud, so I have to literally blast my phone really loud to hear my own voice, and the whole hall probably knows my revision notes as well as I do, but that really works. Do it consistently though. And one other tip on this sort of recording part I want to tell you is before you sleep or before you wake up, I'd also listen to maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes then if you have time, because that definitely also helps. And a final bonus tip is more on researching, but it still links up with this studying video, and that is when you research something, when you want to find some documents online, etc., and you're using the Google search bar, I would recommend, if you're after a document and you know it's going to come in the form of a document, write whatever you want to write and then write spacebar .pdf or .docx, which is Word document, and either of them two will bring up files, documents which you can download straight away. So that saves you from maybe not being able to save that information if it's just on a web page. So if you do .pdf at the end of your search, you'll get all the documents that are relevant, and then you can save them straight away to your USB stick and access them later. That's one tip. A further tip on that note is, if you want to look for more academic sources, more reliable sources, and not wishy-washy stuff, I'd recommend whatever you're searching. So say I'm doing Parkinson's disease, I would write Parkinson's disease research.edu. So that is spacebar .edu after anything you want to search academic wise, and you're after reliable sources. That is a massive tip I can give you, and that is amazing because it will save you so much time and it will cut through all the crap that's in the mass media, and you'll get to reliable journals, articles which you'll need if you're studying for degree at degree level or even at A levels, because they need reliable sources and you need to put these in bibliography to reference. And if they're from top unis and etc. like that, you'll get credit for that because you've cherry picked the right stuff. So that is all for today. I hope all my tips have helped you, and I want to apologise again for the infrequent uploading and reiterate that my workload is honestly ridiculously immense. I've got too much going on and I have to prioritise, so I apologise again for that, and I'll be back again next Friday with another really cool video that's really going to help you, because now I've got more time in a way to focus on one video and making that amazing for all of you loyal subscribers. So please like, please comment, and please subscribe if you haven't to my channel Brain Bloke. And I love you all, and I will be back next Friday. Take care, have a nice day, and God bless you all. Bye.